I had plans to go up to the Adirondacks on the day of the solar eclipse, the total eclipse of the sun, and I was looking forward to it. But my plans changed just a couple of weeks earlier when a friend of mine with health problems that had already planned on going just 3 days down to Myrtle Beach to be with his family asked me if I'd like to attend. And I also knew in many ways that I could assist him on this journey, and I'd enjoy myself and bond with his family. So I thought, yes, it's a priest friend. I said, I'll go do it, but I didn't realize that we'd be in the airport when the total eclipse happened. And it got a little hazy outside, but it was the middle of Albany with a lot of lights, so I missed the total eclipse, but that was okay because we could watch it on television. Although, guess what? All we heard were commentators talking to people, what was it like to see it? And it drove me crazy. Show a clip of what just happened. I don't want to hear for 45 minutes, it was 45 minutes with a closed caption, people saying what it looked like. Drove me nuts. I wanted to see it for myself. But you know what? That's like what our faith is like. We can hear all the witnesses of the world telling us what it is, but we want to see it ourselves. But sometimes that's not possible in this world. Sometimes we've got to wait it out. And we've got to be witnesses just as we are called to listen to witnesses. And how do we do that? How do we build up the community and celebrate what this is all about? Pundits have told us that this event, especially for those that went up to the Adirondacks and other places in this world, that went to these special gatherings, even had destination weddings and destination vacations and people coming across the country together, that they had probably and arguably one of the strongest communal spiritual events of their lives, and maybe definitely the greatest communal event of their generation. I don't know about you, but I wasn't paying that much attention. That is the difference, and that is why we come together. We come together in this church to experience something magnificent that should change our lives and be a high peak experience of spirituality and communion together as one with each other and with our God through this incredible sacrament. Think about it. Years and years ago, centuries ago, total eclipse would have filled people with fear and anguish and sorrow. So a friend that I know that was out in the woods by a camp said that what really hit him the most were the birds, almost hysterical at what was happening and what was changing and all the different things. It was an eerie but beautiful experience for him, but it was different because he was alone. There were others that prepared for the day. They bought their glasses, right? They traveled to where they were. They had parties. They had celebrations. They waited together, and they were prepared to experience something. That's why we have our young people in sessions for First Communion and in sessions for confirmation. That's why we come together at this Eucharist. That's why we have intergenerational experiences, because we're preparing for something special. And for us to truly appreciate it all the more means that we're preparing for it, so that we can come together and know God's love and God's peace and the light of Christ. But we also come together to prepare ourselves for the darkness that could frighten us if we didn't know better, if we weren't prepared. There are times in our lives when our world will get dark, where we'll grieve, where we'll be filled with anxiety, we'll be scared, where we'll suffer loss. Those are the times we wait for the light to shine again, to recognize that what might be blocking the sun will not always be there, to know, like those people did on April 8th, that in a profound and special way, they anticipated the darkness with with, with excitement, not with dread. And they knew that the sun did not truly disappear. It was just behind something, and it would appear again to shine for all time. So too, do we come together, knowing that God's light shines for all times. And for those times when it feels like we're in darkness, let us know that, as St. Paul said, it was just a mere momentary affliction, for nothing can separate us from the love of God. Especially when we are true to ourselves, for we know God, and we know that when God is truly revealed, we shall be like him. To know in a profound and special way that we are children of God. It's a remarkable thing, yet so we are. We are children of God, called to embrace one another, brought together to shed light on one another, so that no one should live long in darkness, and all shall live in the brightness of day.